Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting down with Gil Hova of Formal Ferret Games.
That's right.
And you've brought us your game, which is The Networks. Which
Yes.
we should clarify to people is television networks, not computer networks.
The full name is The Networks TV from Public Access to Primetime.
Done.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
And we have a fabulous array of cards that
Yep.
I've already been laughing at.
Yes. Well, laughing at it in a good way, not like, ha ha.
That's true, laughing at in a good way. Oh, that's so clever, laughing
Yes,
at.
yes, thank
All right.
you.
What are we trying to accomplish?
So in this game, the players are all television network executives. You're going to play 5 seasons, and the object of the game is to get the most viewers. Viewers are victory points in the game. So you do this by acquiring new network programming. Now the thing about this game is you start with 3 horrible public access TV shows.
So just for example, I have Biannual County Bubble Wrap Popping Tournament, yes. Getting to know your lower colon, and Let's Pickle.
So despite your what you may want to do, you do have to cancel these shows and move on with progress. So you're going to have some amount of money over here. And so the general overview, this game is for 1 to 5 players, plays about 60 to 90 minutes. It's about a middleweight Euro, I'd say. Middleweight economic Euro is how it winds up feeling. So in the game, you're going to get 1 action per turn. So one of your actions might be to develop a show. So these are all the shows you can get. Now I should mention this prototype, the graphic design that you see on the card is close to final. We might tweak things here and there, but for the most part, the approach is good.
Right, you
yes.
kind of have a little
Yes.
placeholder here that there will be imagery in
Yes,
these
that's
large
right.
boxes
Yes,
here.
the graphic design is just about done, but the illustrations are still in progress. So in a couple of weeks, we are going to have actual illustrations.
Oh, fantastic.
And I should also mention that this is going to be a Kickstarter game. This is coming out on Kickstarter in September is what we're aiming for. So we should have most, if not all, of the assets done by then. Okay, so let me get back to what you do on your turn. On your turn, you develop a show. So the shows all cost a certain amount of money. Like maybe I will spend $3 for You Reek Og. And yeah, the show names are generally horrible puns.
Right, like Agents of Shampoo or
Yes.
Uptown Krabby.
Yeah, or Communist-y, yes. So this show costs $3 to develop, and you'll see over here that it wants to be on at 8 p.m. You don't have to have it on at 8 p.m.
Put that in the middle
Yep.
just so people can
Exactly,
see
yeah.
it in
So it
detail.
wants to be on at 8 p.m., okay? So if you put it on at 8 p.m., let me see if I can show it off over here. You would get 6 viewers if you put it on at 8 p.m. If you put it on at 9 or 10 p.m., you only get 4 viewers up for it. Now, this iconography down here means that this show, you must have a star to put the show on. Fortunately, you start the game with the green room that has a star, and this star is generically named Starter 1 because a Kickstarter reward is going to be putting your name and face on a card. But we have these other stars like that person from the commercial, versatile sci-fi actor, and of course, always dies in everything. Okay, so like for example, let's go with the celebrity chef.
right,
Okay,
yeah.
so you can put the celebrity chef on Eureka Og as the star. Let's say you had, assuming you had the celebrity chef in your green room already,
Right.
you'd put that chef on your show, and in the first season you would get 2 additional viewers. And of course, I forgot a bit over here. I forgot to get my cubes over here. One moment, everybody. You know, I'm taking everybody's time right now. So you're gonna have these just these timing cubes that tell you what season the show is in. This show is in its first season, so if it's on the right time slot, looks like it's gonna get 8 viewers overall. At the end of the season, it's gonna age. Next season, it's gonna get 11 viewers, but then it's gonna start jumping the shark a little, especially because the celebrity chef kind of goes out of vogue. Now, there's some other stars over here, like the versatile sci-fi actor actually wants to be on a sci-fi show. So you put him on, he's going to be pretty consistent the whole way through. The problem with the versatile sci-fi actor is he doesn't want to be on a show that's not sci-fi. So if you put him on this comedy over here, you're actually going to have to flip him. And he's not going to be, not going to be as good. Yes, exactly. I had some fun with these, like for example, always dies and everything. It's up to your choice whether you let him live or whether you kill him off in the first
so
season.
he's got a fantastically awesome first season, but then
he's dead. Yeah, exactly. So there's I had a lot of room to play with these things. Now, another thing you can put on your shows if they allow it, like look at the Cubicle, for example. The Cubicle requires a star and an ad. So you start the game with an ad, and at the end of the season, the ad would give you $1 extra. But you have some other ads, like for example, if you put the Cubicle on at 8 p.m. and you put that ad, Sassy Salad Dressings, you'd get $2 extra at the end of the season. But if you put the show on at a time that wasn't 8, you'd only get $1 from it. So there's all...
Not getting your prime target audience for buying salad dressing.
Exactly. We're going to have these promos over here with a clever name pending. And if you spend $5 when you put the promo on, you're actually going to get some extra viewers. But if you don't spend the $5, you get extra viewers and $3. But if you don't spend the $5, you're not going to get as much money from it. But sometimes you still want to do that. For example, this show requires an ad, and maybe you don't have the money, but you really need to get the show on now because these shows you draft and they go right in your lineup. You can't hold them off to the side. You have to get them right away, and that's a crucial thing. And there's some other kinds of shows over here. This show, you must have a star, and you may have a star and ad. There's all sorts of other kinds of shows. There's sports shows in here also that only take ads, but cost a lot of money to keep going because they're sports shows and they're expensive.
Well, what's going to trigger the end of the game for us?
So what's going to happen is we're going to keep on taking actions. Then at some point, you might, because the cards start going away and they don't get replaced until next season. So at one point you might say, okay, I'm out of money, there's not really stuff to do, I'm going to drop in budget. And when you drop in budget, you have a choice. The first person out can get either $10 or 5 viewers. Next person out can get like $8 or 3 viewers.
Okay, and we keep trending that downwards until everybody's out. End of the round. Oh, and I can see we've got
5
a certain
seasons.
amount of seasons.
Yep.
End of the show, end of the game.
Yep, and then that's it. And the player with the most viewers wins.
How long do you think a full game would take us?
60 to 90 minutes, depending on the number of players.
All right, and you had mentioned that this does have a solo player, which would be fun just to kind of develop your own show, tinker things as best you can.
So the way the solo mode works is you'll take a turn, and then you flip one of these network. Oh, I haven't mentioned these network cards. These network cards give you special powers in the game, so you can spend an action to say gain 5 bonus viewers, or to gain this card that you can spend at the end of the season to consider a show as being on at its proper time slot, even if it's not. This one gives you a star off the top of the deck for free, and this one is like the big game where you get viewers for ads at the end of the game because it's a Super Bowl and everyone's. Oh, did I say that? I didn't say that.
So you can use these in a solo player game.
Exactly. So you use these in a single player, but after you take a turn, you flip one of these and you only look at the bottom and you discard whatever the icons are here. So in this case, you would discard a star, you discard an ad, and you discard a network card.
And that's how
you take another turn. Now here's the important part. If you ever run out of these and you get another icon, like if I ran out of ads, but I drew an ad icon after a turn, well, I don't have any ads to discard, so I put a cube over here in the turn order track. If I get 5 cubes in the turn order track, the game's over and I lose.
Beautiful.
So the solo mode has some real tension to it also, which you really need in a solo game.
Well, Gil, we really look forward to seeing this come out on Kickstarter soon, and thank you for bringing us this game, your game, which is The Networks.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, that looks like.